Morning, how's it going? I'm all snuggly. Woken up by a lot of rain this morning. So, lists. On lists. In the kink world, there's a lot of lists. You have playlists, things that you'd like to do, list of wants, desires, all that sort of stuff to be filled. Now, there's a lot of them around, and quite a few people are like, well, can you stop with all the lists? I'm sick of all the lists. Well, the lists are useful, but if you focus too much on the list and just ticking everything off on the list, then it just becomes, I think you can lack some of the spontaneity in it, and in life, and that's probably something that should be looked at. Lists are good, don't get me wrong, they're great to tick off as a to-do, things you've achieved, you can list them, really look at what you've done, what you want to do, very good in that way. But if you don't deviate from the list, like say this is on the list, and if it's not on the list, I'm not doing it, then there's no spontaneity in life. So some of the best things in life are things that you haven't counted or thought of, and they've just come about. Like many people I've met, I don't think I'm it'd be pretty silly if I actually made a list of people that I want to meet, and a list of just the general characteristics of people that I wanted, and only wanted those people in my life. I mean, I wouldn't have met a lot of other people, and a lot of people I find interesting and fascinating, if I had had a specific list of characteristics of people that I wanted in my life. So I can get when people say, oh, we must have a list, and they are important. Yes, they are. And I also get the point of view when people say, do away with the lists, have some spontaneity. Don't just keep playing to this checklist, this benchmark all the time, because some things are outside of what you expect and what you benchmark, and that should be taken into consideration. So when have you found lists not useful? Morning, Maddie. Oh, also there's like the flu season going around, and a lot of people have been off sick, so keep warm. So when have you found a list to be not helpful, or something unexpected that you haven't had on a list happen? What have you thought about that? Like, how is it that you didn't think of it? Something that's unexpected. What was the result of that? There's some people who live religiously by lists, and they're very helpful, and I do like lists myself. I have a list myself to help organise things, remember things, make them as appointments and events in my calendar in Google and stuff like that. List of places that I'd like to go and visit. It's kind of a loose list though. It's not like I must visit these places specifically, like live or die on these specific dates and times. It's more of like a just a wish list, but not strictly adhered to. I guess that's probably the thing, is it depends on how much you want to adhere to it or not, and how much you allow yourself the flexibility of those lists. So how flexible are your lists? Do you immediately check people or things or events or places or experiences against that list? Do you think that lists can reduce the spontaneity and enjoyment of the moment, so that you go, okay, that's done, check, next one? Does it make it more like a cookie cutter, empty kind of experience after a while? I mean, not just for you, but what about the other people around you? Does it make them feel like that they're disposable, like they could have just been anybody? Yeah, I guess I do wonder about that, particularly in the kink community, is that, yeah, you've got playlists and all that, but can just anyone fill those positions? What have you allowed for the human element? I don't know. But leading into the weekend, maybe that's a bit too much to think about. I'll catch you guys later. I've got my list of things to do today. Loosely. Some of them have specific times, but it's pretty loose. Anyway, I'll see you guys. Keep warm and dry. And take care of yourself. Don't get sick. Enjoy. Bye.